This is a word that, while I appreciate it a lot more now, I've only warmed up to it, I think probably lately. It's a word that we've all heard. It's a word that we have probably used sometimes a lot better than others. And that dirty, nasty word is the word discipline. Now, I think what's so important is understanding what that means. So for me, I think sometimes the common definition of discipline is you're choosing to do something even though you don't want to do it, and it's not fun, and it's difficult, and it's maybe painful, and it's on and on and on, but you do it anyway. And I think for me, if we leave it in that container, like there's no upside to it, because we forget. I think we don't understand, have a more holistic understanding of what discipline means and the role that it can play in our spiritual journey and the role that it's playing with me in continuing my spiritual journey using kickboxing. I'm going to tell you a story. For the last, I don't know, probably week, I caught, it's one of those, it's going around, I caught a cold, a flu. And I wasn't really kind of flat on my back sick, but I just felt miserable. That was the term I used. It was like, well, I'm not really sick, you just feel miserable and you don't feel like doing anything. But what I did, even when I felt miserable, was I got up and I went to the gym to do my workouts anyway. Here's this amazing thing that happened. That in that moment, my mind, my spirit, it actually overrode these miserable feelings I was having in my body because I had latched onto that source of power. And it's not like I magically felt better. I still felt miserable. My sinuses still felt miserable, all that kind of stuff. But I latched on to that power. And then I could just go. And it's the most amazing feeling when that happens, because you've kind of got two minds. The first mind is, God, I feel like crap. And then the second mind is, there's this power. And it's not that, again, it's not that any of the physical sensations went away, but there was this power that I'd latched onto that I can now ride. Now, as I said, yeah, I wasn't as maybe even enthusiastic and maybe didn't have them as long. But what I discovered was, because I chose to get up anyway, in the midst of all that, I connected to the source of power. And I've talked about this before, how that power that comes through the earth or from the earth and flows through us, and then we express it in whatever way you want to express it. It's called many, many things: earth energy, feminine energy, and it goes on and on and on. But it's that powerful energy that flows through us. Now, even though physically my body was not in the best condition, if you will, I'd accessed that power, which allowed me to, at least for a period of time, override it. And this is what discipline is. Discipline is that sort of momentary push through, or even though there's all this uncomfortableness, however you want to articulate that, but it's not that it stays there. You see, if we can just push through that, and this is where we take our mind and we tell our body that we're doing this anyway. See, and I think that's where the common connotation of discipline stops there. Your mind tells your body, we're doing this anyway, and I feel miserable, and you feel miserable all the way through, whatever it is, but that's discipline, this and this and this. To me, what discipline is that moment when you say, your mind says to your body, we are reaching through this, whatever this is. We are reaching through this, and we're latching onto, we're connecting to that source of power. And then here's the last piece, because I feel fine today. Boy, I tell you, my skill, my endurance, my dexterity took this huge jump. Why? I believe, no, I don't, I know, it's because I chose to get out of that bed, to push through that momentary discomfort. And then, even though the discomfort didn't leave, the power, I connected to it and I allowed that and I rode that. And in your spiritual walk, there's times where, as I often will say, shit happens, right? But that's when your mind says to your body, I use those words just because it's simple, we're going to do it anyway. And for that short period of time, it just sucks. But there's that power that's available if you just push through, you just lean through that discomfort. Maybe the discomfort doesn't go away. Maybe the circumstances don't change immediately, but you've accessed that power. And that's where the real strength is. You see, real strength, real power does not come when everything is working fine. Because, okay, it's when things aren't working fine. It's when it seems like everything is against you and you go anyway. And there's that power waiting for you. Because you, me, we all can be spiritual warriors in training.